What's up guys, welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 3 and we are on part 12 of the campaign where we are returning back to Hawaii. So I've only done 1 star so far on Hawaii, so I think this is probably going to be a couple of parts getting it up to 5 star, but let's continue now.
Not many research stations do so well that they're given more land, but here we are. Of course, that land isn't exactly accessible. Bear in mind, we might have to flatten the place out a bit to make it more usable too. Nature is impressive and all, but it rarely takes our construction needs into account.
Okay, so it's been a little while since I've been here, and
I'm sure that no one will be surprised to hear this, but our client is overjoyed. The breeding program that they dreamed of has been made a reality, and we have their utmost trust.
That's great and all, but really, I should be thanking them. They gave me the chance to develop my research, and not many people would sink their resources into theories like that.
Oh, there's a world of clients who will happily pay for those theories now, Doctor. But our work here certainly isn't done. We have this client's trust, yes, but let's earn their devotion.
Okay, so I'm not entirely sure what we did last time we were here, but whatever we have, we've achieved all the park open. So park rating targets: we need to have 12 naturally bred animals, 14 different species, a total of 9,000 dinosaur appeal, and 10 contracts completed.
Din
like I said,
manages
it's been a little
these
while
sites for
since I've been here.
clients, and each client will have their own metrics for success. These key goals are how we calculate our park rating at each site we work on, and I am entrusting responsibility for these park ratings to you.
So it looks like we've got a lot of Myosaura in the park. We've got Gallimimus, and we currently have Paralarosaurus, or however you pronounce them. So they're the only ones we've currently got. So we really need to think about exploring a bit further, and also making. Oh, we've got quite a bit of land. Making some inroads into which way we are going to do this. So, which way do we explore first? Well, let's start by doing an expedition and just seeing what we've got. So let's. Oh God, we've spent that instantly. Immunity coverage is low, so let's just see first off what we've got going on. So, shelter, we've got clearly no shelters in place, and we have no restrooms in place. So let's start by doing that. So a restroom. Let's go with that one there.
Ladies and
So
gentlemen,
that will start
our
with
restroom
that.
is now open
An
to
emergency
use
shelter.
for whenever nature calls.
Let's go there. Let me do that there. Let's go there with that. So restroom is not bad. So we're still going to need more restroom, and we're still going to need more emergency shelters. But we've also kind of not really explored this sort of area. So what I want to do is I want to start by making... I want it to be the same level as that. So let's kind of do a little bit of work here. So what I'm thinking is, of course, monorails and stuff like that are going to be kind of essential to get people around. So where would we start by putting our first sort of monorail? Would it work there? Possibly, just about. Right, guys, I just want to kind of explore this a little bit and sort it out. So give me 2 minutes. Okay, guys. So certainly been interesting. I almost went bankrupt. So this is what I've come up with now. I haven't changed a lot, but what I have done is put a monorail. Maintenance post there. Quickly do that. So yeah, I've put a monorail here that starts going round here, and obviously we can expand that and get that moving as we go. I've increased all the width of the paths, and I've now put a shopping amenity, food and drink. They've really helped bring that together. We've got some eggs in the nest. Okay. So, I've now also put a new hatchery here, and I've started by doing these little dudes. So we're gonna go with that, and we're also going to try and do a few more as soon as we can. So I've made a new enclosure here, as you can see there on the map, and it kind of goes in the mountains. Now I'll level this off a little bit, so although it's not looking great at the minute, we're going to start seeing it's going to start looking and feeling better. So we're going to get a restroom in. We'll get it here. Right there on the corner. And let's also get another emergency shelter in, so that we are ready for moving to our new area of the park. And we can now release those. So these should start bringing, because they are very, very small. Very, very small little things. But they should start bringing in a few more people. So we're going to get a few more of them created. And we can then, of course, start getting a few viewing domes as well. Past of them, so people will start venturing a bit further down here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery. Ready for
And
you
of
to
course,
observe our
we need to
magnificent animals.
put a gate in on this because I've not put a gate in for some reason. And let's get a ranger post in here as well. And get a ranger team on that. Oh, apparently they're a danger to guests. Brilliant, because that's what we really, really want and need. So let's make sure our fences run across the top here. That'll do. Oh my god. Yeah, they have got out. I actually didn't think they'd get out. I didn't think they'd get out, to be fair. Right, so they need meat. So let's get that first job there. And then they want some arid and barren land. And of course a bit of water. And they should be pretty good. I think they've actually all gone in. Let's cancel them tranquilizers.
That was some sick air, as they say. Now, I'm not sure exactly who they are, but I stand by the statement.
So why? I don't understand why they've actually got damaged fences.
I've got it. Adding to the list.
Right.
Asset has been transported.
So yeah, these should now start bringing up bringing people in, hopefully at least. And I do want to see what sort of predator, or if any, they can go with, because these are really kind of a poor example of a dinosaur. So Shed, they'll go with any sort of carnivores, sauropods, ankylosaurid. So actually, I think I have got Ankylosaurus as well. So we could put them in there, because they're not really going to affect them. They'll get battered around by them. Or we could even go as far as to just do something like an Allosaurus. The Indoraptor would absolutely destroy them. Maybe something like that. They like the scavengers, so yeah, we'll go with them. Once we are able to do that.
Damage over here.
So I think what else we could possibly do with here is a hotel. That would really drive the people in. I don't think we've got a hotel, have we? Okay, right. Yeah, so a large hotel, that's going to help bring that in. Right, let's get these released. They are so small. They are so small. Right, yeah, let's go with these dudes. They're not bad on appeal. Let's look at some more contracts. Complete an expedition to collect fossils. Well, we want to be doing that sort of thing anyway. So let's send out a new expedition. Oh, we've got fossils to do as well. Well, what have we got? Loki Ceratops. Yeah, I think we might have to hire another scientist. Let's go with this dude. Oh, look at how much we just don't actually have. Okay, so we'll go and do that.
This needs fixing.
Because that's going to give us some money. We are currently actually losing money, which is not good. Only one visible dinosaur. I think the plan is we'll expand into this corner and have a nice big enclosure up here, but then kind of come down this path and meet up here. I think that will be sort of ideal. We are making a good bit of profit now, which is good. It's taking its time, this one, though, I'm not going to lie. So desired population is 2. But we'll go with 4 and see how that is. Scientists are busy and we have insufficient funds. So guys, I think I'm just going to have to let this play for a couple of minutes and get some more cash and stuff. Right, so after getting enough money, I have incubated the eggs, so they are ready to be released. I'm hoping that they are going to be able to work with these dinosaurs that are already in here, and they're not just going to become food, because that could very well just happen. So let's check the environmental issues. So they are missing a bit of pasture. Let's just well, they need to really check everything first, because I've not even looked around. Oh, they've got too many females. That's going to cause an issue. So it needs to be more males, by the looks of it. Okay, so add tasks. Let's get. That's a female, and that says 1 and 3. 2 and 3 are both females. Right, yeah, well, I think we might have to rewild them ones. Unfortunately, that might have been just a bit over zealous with that. Cover they're okay with. They're still exploring. We might need a little bit of prey. Yeah, so they can see that the thingies are prey as well. Well, that's not good. Pasture's going up slightly. And water. Right, I think unfortunately we are going to have to rewild them. As much as I kind of didn't want to. It's cost me a lot of money to do that as well. To make them. So they're happy. What about these dudes? Not enough space. So pasture needs a little bit more. No, they're pretty good now. Too many females. Well, the other one's leaving, so we don't need to worry about that. Male, female, male, female. Yeah, we're good because the other one's going to be gone in a minute. That should really help our. I think we better not just as well. We better put a feeder in as well, because otherwise we're going to end up with losing the little dudes to them quite quickly as well, because they will get eaten. Okay, right. So, like I said, the next sort of area I want to progress up to is here. And I think we might be able to get away with... I don't know. I don't know whether or not we could get away with... in fact, let's put a path so we know where we're working first. Right, so that's the path we're working with. See what we can get away with there. We can get away with that. Okay. want to kind of feed it down the path here, do you know what I mean? Like that. Another rock style generator.
Attention personnel. A new monorail station has opened and guests will be arriving shortly.
Okay, right. I think we're going to need another maintenance team as well, realistically. Because obviously the park's getting quite large now. I don't think we actually have a medical team either. So this will now give us a good idea of what we can do here in regards to room for another enclosure. And do I want to do... I don't know how I want to do it, to be fair. A couple of different herbivores. I think that might be okay. Now something I can do is if I make a really large enclosure, you can obviously cut it up into different enclosures. So what we're gonna use the whole of this space. Because why not? Take it all the way around to there. Let's just finish this. Like that, and then so there. Yeah, that's quite a, that is a very, very
Generator
large
getting refueled.
enclosure. But it doesn't necessarily mean that like it's just going to be for one dinosaur. So we've got a nice enclosure there and a big one around there if we fancy it, for some like Diplodocus or something. So, I reckon we start with, let's go with something big. So the Dreadnoughtus is always a really good one, but so is the Diplodocus, and you want 2 of them in. So let's begin by doing that. And they're not too expensive either.
Synthesis procedure.
Our ticket sales really isn't hitting what we wanted it to hit. So let's replace that contract. Build an aviary. Yeah, we could do that. An aviary would be probably ideal, to be fair, if we put an aviary here. Yeah, I think an aviary actually here would work. And we've got the we've got the money to do it. So let's go, I say there, 2, 3,
That needs fixing. I'm on it.
4. If we make it 5 like that, it kind of
You're making a name for yourself, and by
fits there
association, you're
nicely.
making a name for this
And
park.
then
Good work.
put that there in the middle.
Damage over here.
Synthesis
Yeah.
procedure
Quite happy
complete.
with that.
Incubation
And let's
isolate
power
standby.
that up as well. Let's put it over. There. Let's put it there. Maintenance post in the middle there will cover quite the area too. Brilliant. Right, let's see what we've got in here. So, well, we only got 1 viable egg out of that, and we haven't got the skill either. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put another Diplodocus in. And then what skill do we need? We need the medical one, don't we? So let's hire. Let's actually train some scientists. So a bit of welfare. Okay. Train. Welfare up to 8. Let's do that. She's just a welfare specialist. He's a good all-rounder. And another good all-rounder. Ooh, we can't afford that at the minute. Oh wow, yeah, we're minus 119,000 now, so that's not good. Hopefully. Why are those without power? Well, maybe we need to put another power station. And we're minus 33 now, so money's building back up. Naturally bred dinosaurs, I want to see how many of these little dudes are left. Hold on. Adult population 9 still. So they are actually doing okay, even with these dudes in here as well. We need to do some naturally bred dinosaurs. Get out of the way, you. Insufficient funds, 50k. Wow. Wow, that soon got eaten up, didn't it?
Topping up deck.
Confirmed.
Power will be back soon.
I wonder if there's like a break in the fence somewhere, or we just haven't got enough power. Oh wow, yeah, not doing well at the minute, guys. Let's see if we can get another contract that's going to help us. Breed a second generation dinosaur. Okay, breed a second generation dinosaur. That might not happen. Oh, we got 2 viable eggs. Brilliant. We just can't afford it. Desired population is 2, but I think 3 would be fine. 626,000 we need to do that. So I think, guys, we're at the position where we just need to earn some moolah. Okay, guys. So I have now saved some money. And I've also put in here some Geo Sternberger because these... I'll show you because I've only got 1 viable egg. So we go back to synthesized dinosaur, and if you can see here, it's got a plus appeal. Next to Geome, it's got appeal, batch size modifications, and lots of stuff like that. So you can see there, it's got a higher appeal because this is whatever this park likes, I presume. So we can release. We're going to release some of them into here, and then also we can. Ooh, we've got new dinosaurs. Ooh, yes, we're going to get some babies. We can obviously now start getting ready for these as well. So we're going to begin the incubation on this. That's going to be 5 minutes doing that one. And I think the scientists are busy, so we can't quite do that one yet. But we're also going to have to rest our scientists as well. So again, it's going to be more waiting around before we can get those Diplodocuses released over here. So make sure we've got a gate on here somewhere. There will do. Then what else do we need? We need to make sure that we're adding some ranger posts. So 1 in the middle of that one, and 1 in the middle of that one. Might be worth to add another ranger station somewhere too. Right, so that's only got 1 as well. So out of all them eggs, we've only got 1 for each of them. I think what we potentially need to do here is probably do a little bit more of that. So guys, we're just going to have to wait just a little bit longer for this situation to resolve itself. Right, we've got some movement in the nest here. So we've got some baby... I don't even know what they're called. We've got some of these doing now. Brilliant. So that's now taken our park appeal up.
Oh, excellent.
Instantly. We've now got 2.6 million as well.
For why this task didn't get done for another day. Great work.
And the eggs are almost incubated for that. So let's see if we can do these now. I really want to kind of do them at the same time, I think, so they can get released at the same time. So, let's see if we can't train up a little bit more in welfare. Train her as well. Oh yes, yeah, they're looking pretty good. Send that one on break as well. He can get trained too. So do you know what? We'll have a logistics specialist. Good stuff, and we've actually spent quite a bit of money doing that there. But we've now got some really good people, so we're just gonna have to wait for them to rest. I wanted to show you them being born, not being born or whatever hatching from the egg. Unhappy child. Why? Why would you be unhappy? Why would you be unhappy? Adult females 1, adult population 2, offspring, cover. Why are you unhappy? That one's... Cohabitation discomfort. Why have you got a cohabitation issue? You're absolutely, the other one's absolutely fine. We have to see if that causes an issue or not. So let's release this one. Oh, we've released it into the wrong area as well. He's a big boy, isn't he? Let's immediately get him tranquilized. And moved. And what we'll do is we'll get this other one incubated straight away, so that we can get them released and moved into the right area. Right, where's the helicopter? Yeah, it's coming now. Come on, let's get him tranquilized and quickly. There we go. Transport over to here. There we go. So get that one moved, and then we should be pretty good with that. We do need to look at shops. So let's have a quick look at our management views. Shelter coverage is it's low. But this area isn't busy at the minute. So food, shopping, drink, yeah, they're all okay. But I think once this gets a busy sort of area over here, I think that will be completely different.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a viewing gallery ready for you to observe our magnificent animals.
Oh my God, just stay like that now. Just stay like that. I'm not messing about with that. Right, we've got resting complete on them, so we can now crack on with this. So we'll make one male. And we'll make one female. There we go, and they can get released at the same time as well. So we'll need to make him happy. So let's see what's affecting this. We want a bit of tall fruit. And a bit of wetland as well. So he's going to be instantly happy. Too few adults, yeah. We're doing that. We're doing that. So it might be, guys, that we have to take away this fence here in the middle and have it just as one huge enclosure. I don't know at the minute. See if we can get another monorail station going. That will just obviously connect around there.
Attention personnel. A new monorail station has opened and guests will be arriving shortly.
Just one single dude down there. Yeah, people don't seem to be venturing very far at the minute, but that's obviously because there's just no real reason to. I want to see what else we could put here. What's this? A lagoon viewing dome, a log viewing gallery. So best for small dinosaurs and flying reptiles. I wonder if we could put one of them in the middle of here. Kind of want to pull it about like middle. Remote entrance.
Synthesis procedure complete. Incubation personnel, please stand by. Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery, ready for you
So
to
how does that
observe
look
our
in there?
magnificent animals.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's a brilliant little feature that they've added in this game. So we're actually not far away from. Oh, they're done. Right, let's release them via airlift this time into there. And these are now ready to be released too. So let's see what we've got here. Missing fish, of course. So let's get some water in. So add some shallow water.
Incubation complete.
And some
Prepare
fish.
asset for release.
And they want a bit of cover as well. Okay, cool. And the other one's also ready for release now as well. Brilliant, right. Absolutely brilliant, happy with that. And these are getting released via airlift, so we should see, as long as it's big enough, we should see them being happy as well. It just depends on the area. It might be that we do have to take this middle bit out and make it a huge area. I don't know at the minute. So area, yeah, it seems to be fine. Good stuff. Right. And then the other one's coming as well. So then the next task will be... do you know what? We could probably see what goes with that Geo Sternberger as well. So info. Oh, we'll go with what, pterodons then. So we'll go with a couple of pterodons. Let's get some pterodons in. Looks like we're going to have a storm, so let's make sure we're getting emergency shelters now as well, because we're not covered with that at the moment. Let's get them open. And a restroom. Let's have a look at some more contracts. So, have Galamonga share an enclosure with any other liked species. No guest deaths by account, you know, they don't kill them and make a profit of 280k per minute. 10 minutes to do that. That's a nice easy sort of one. We should do that. We can look now at drink guests and stuff like that now. Guest facilities. So what's this one? This is food. Okay, so we've got a food one. Let's get a drink one. Yeah, it doesn't look great at the minute. That's simply because storm shelters are open. We can close them now. We'll start making profit with these. So let's change it from coffee to ice slushies. Fish tank, fossil display, and a jukebox. Good stuff. And then let's also put a shopping one in as well. In fact, shopping's not really needed up there, it's needed more down here, so we'll do that. And let's change it to playsets. Display cabinet, fish tank, fossil display. Brilliant. Right. Good. Good. And they're ready to be incubated now as well. So let's go and do that. And they can get released. That's going to take 6 minutes to do that. Are these happy? Yep. And I reckon we could go with a log viewing gallery. Do that there with a remote entrance. Good.
Oh, excellent. I can save my excuses for why this task didn't get done for another day. Great work.
Okay, right, let's have a look at what we can put with them Diplodocus now as well. So let's have a look at some dinosaurs. So of course we want it to be herbivores. Oh yes, we've got some Triceratops, and it likes. Will it go with them? Ankylosaurus. Will it go with them? Am I overlooking this? I'll tell you what, we're going to make some Triceratops anyway. Let's modify the geomes. So tolerance, let's have the tolerance a little bit better. Offense and defense up a little bit, and fitness up a little bit, and lifespan up a little bit too. Good. Triceratops. Brilliant. Right. What else can we look at? Fossils. We've got no fossils. Research. We can research. What can we research? That. But A, it costs 2 million. And B, we don't have the sufficient skill to do that. I reckon we could go and get some more fossils done. Let him go and do that. Good. We should really start seeing, you know, some better
Let's get the drone out there.
profit coming in.
Synthesis procedure complete. Incubation personnel, please stand by.
No power. So again, we're going to go with the rock formation power.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have
And
added a
let's
new
also make
aviary
sure
viewing
we
gallery,
do have a
ready
maintenance
for you to
post knocking
observe
about
our
here
amazing
somewhere. You can
avian
see
reptiles.
what is under maintenance and what isn't if we go too far out. I think we're pretty good. There's not much that isn't. Good.
Filling up a generator.
So if the Triceratops don't like to go with these dudes here, we could put them into this one, and that will draw even more people.
Fuel incoming.
And you can see people are now starting to make their way down, which is brilliant. Let's just make sure our restroom coverage is done. So we could probably put a restroom here.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And let's also
our
check
restroom
emergency
is now
shelter
open to
coverage. So
use
again,
for whenever nature calls.
another one here. And what you do find is that will draw more people into the park as well. I have noticed that making sure that you are fully covered does make a huge difference. Right, let's see where else we can explore that we haven't. Let's see what other sort of different ones. Let's go for that. The Dimetron, whatever that is. These are ready for incubation. So we've got 2 viable eggs. And they like a desired population of at least 2. So we're going to go 1 male, 1 female, and we're going to go aggressive and strong with the male. Good. So working towards 5 stars now. We've got naturally bred dinosaurs up to 5, total species up to 7. Total appeal is nearly 5,000, and we've completed 7 out of the 10 contracts. They're still incubating as well. Oh god. Uh-oh. No. Dead. Dead. I did not expect that. And now he's not going to be happy because there's only one adult. They're now missing the mother. Oh dear, we are really not having a good time with these guys. I think we're going to see some issues with them in the coming future. See them being great in the future. Ooh, so Dimetron's got like a nice big dirty spine up the back. Cool. Yeah, they're going to be an issue. They're going to cause us some trouble. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a security camera covering that area. Because they're going to become an issue. Right, we're ready to release these as well. So let's get them released. So just form its territory. So it likes a little bit of barren. And we do seem to be having that issue again where it's not letting me do anything again. So I think I'm gonna have to save and quit and come back in a moment. Okay, so loaded back up. I've now rectified everything here, and the Triceratops are ready to be released. So we're going to see if they will go in. They probably would. I don't know if that's a negative or a neutral, but we're going to put them in here into a new enclosure by themselves, and then we'll see what else we can breed to go with. They're only very, very small appeal. that will not go with any more sauropods. He's got a massively long neck. He would be pretty good to get in. I've never bred one of them. How about the ones... Which ones am I thinking? Oh, Ankylosaurus. They're pretty cool. They're the armoured ones. Let's see if they would go with sauropods. They would. So, do you know what? Let's generate some of them. So, let's check out what sort of traits we can do there. Let's make them offensive but defensive as well. Increase the lifespan. Okay, right, let's begin that. So we'll make some Ankylosaurus, they're pretty cool. We'll be able to see the Triceratops arriving in a minute. So let's make sure we put a viewing gallery on. So we can see the Triceratops. And then we'll have a look to see what others could go with the Triceratops then on the way. They're quite big, aren't they? It's just swinging in the wind. And then we can look at expanding up to here. I think it does say that we really do need to kind of flatten the land a little bit. Yeah, because we're not going to be able to build on that at all. Not with that massive cliff there. So let's get these Triceratops released and happy. And then I think it's a good time to end this video and move on to
Even the most
part.
casual of enthusiasts know of the Triceratops. Although primarily used for display and establishing dominance within their herd, those infamous horns can be deadly when necessary.
So let's get some ground fibre in. Cover, there is a bit of cover, but we've just got to wait for it to form its territory. And a little bit of wetland as well, which would help with cover. We decide to kind of put that there, and I think that will happen quite naturally. So we'll get the Ankylosaurus. Oh, again, only one. And it, desired population up to 4 anyway. So let's synthesize another one. Just so we've got 2 in. And then we'll do them after. Still missing ground fibre apparently, so let's get some more ground fibre in. There we go. So it looks like they're going to be quite happy, the Triceratops, and you know what? We'll probably... Oh, they're already fighting, are they? I reckon Triceratops would be fantastic to put a nesting area in, so that we can breed some Triceratops. So they're happy now, guys. So I think I'm going to call it to an end of this video. Join me in the next part where we'll try and finish the 5 stars here at this park. So thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it. Take care, and I will catch you in the next part. Bye bye.